Device management in operating system implies management of input-output devices such as keyboard, magnetic tape, disk, printer, microphone, USB ports, scanner, camcorder, etc., as well as supporting units like control channels. The main functions of device manager include the following. First, monitor the status of all devices including storage drives, printers and other peripherals. Second, enforce preset policies on which processes gets which device for how long. Third, deal with the allocation of devices to the processes. Fourth, deal with the deallocation of devices to processes both at temporary basis, example when the process is interrupted, and on a permanent basis when the process is completed. An operating system is a program that acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware and controls the execution of all kinds of programs. The functions performed by operating systems include memory management, processor management, device management, file management, device security management and network management. So accordingly in this figure we have operating systems acts as a process manager, memory manager, network manager, security manager, file manager and device manager. There can be two types of devices, input devices and output devices. Examples include keyboard, mouse, monitor, scanner, camcorder, CD-ROM, USB port, webcam, microphone, printer, etc. There are three types of operating system peripheral devices, namely dedicated devices, shared devices and virtual devices. Dedicated devices are those devices that are dedicated or assigned only one job at a time. For example, printers, tape drivers, plotters, etc. In dedicated devices, it is not possible that several users are sharing such a devices at the same time. In shared devices, these are the devices that can be shared among several processes at the same time. For example, we have magnetic disk and optical disk. Virtual devices is a combination of dedicated devices and shared devices. For example, we can have a printer that can be transformed into virtual printer in which several requests or several users can access printers at the same time. So we have seen what do you mean by dedicated devices. These are the devices that are assigned only one process at a time and the process only releases the device once it is completed. Example is printers, or we can say plotters and the tape drives. The problem with the dedicated devices is that since only one user is using at a time and it may be inefficient if the device isn't being used 100% of the time, then it is being logged by the user. Shared devices are those devices that can be shared between several processes. For example, we have hard disk. It is shared between interleaving between different processes requests. All conflicts for device need to be resolved, but predetermined policies to be decided which request is handled first. Virtual devices are the combination of dedicated and shared devices. For example, a printer, it can be used among several other processes. Using a spooling, that is queues, we can perform the virtual devices can be shared among several processes. A print job isn't sent straight to the printer. Instead, it goes to the disk or the spool until it is fully prepared with all the necessary printer sequences and formatting. Then it goes to the printer, ensuring that the printer and all input devices are used efficiently. A hard disk is a memory storage device. It is divided into tracks. Each track is further divided into sectors. Outer tracks are bigger in size compared to inner tracks, but they contain same number of sectors and have equal storage capacity. Some space of every sector is used for formatting. So the actual capacity of a sector is less than its given capacity. The read-write head of a hard disk performs read and write operations. The time taken by read-write head to reach a desired track from the current position is known as seek time. The time taken by the sector to come under the read-write head is called as a rotational latency. The time taken to transfer the required amount of data is called as data transfer time. Average access time is the sum of all these times. We'll look at two hard disk configurations: mobile head magnetic disk storage and fixed head magnetic disk storage. In mobile head magnetic disk storage, it has one read-write head that floats over the surface of each platter, and each platter has two surfaces for recording. Number of tracks ranges from 100 on a floppy disk to 1000 or more on a hard disk. Now, the fixed head magnetic disk, it looks like a CD or a DVD covered with magnetic film. It is usually formatted on both the sides into concentric circles called tracks. Data is recorded serially on each track by fixed read-write head positioned over it. Applications of fixed head magnetic disk storage is in spacecraft monitoring and aircraft applications. Disadvantages of fixed head magnetic disk storage is it is of high cost and involves reduced storage. Discs are coated with magnetic iron oxide. In a disc pack of supposing 5 platters, top and bottom platters are used to protect the 6 inside surfaces. Each recording surface contains 823 tracks. Out of 823 tracks, 822 are addressable and can be used for data storage, with remaining tracks used for maintenance application. Because of the advances in laser technology, it is possible to store data optically rather than magnetically. So optical disk storage are used. Examples are CDs and DVD. Unlike magnetic disks, which typically consist of tracks as a series of concentric circles, optical disks are usually a single continuous spiral track. Another significant difference between magnetic and optical disks is that magnetic disks spin at a constant speed, so the tracks on the outer rings of magnetic disks have to have larger sectors, and those tracks near the center have smaller tracks. Optical disks can change the speed to reading, so the sector size is the same in the outside or inside. There is a term data transfer rate. It measures the amount of data that can be read from the disk. It is typically measured in megabytes per second. Average access time. It measures how long on average it takes to move the disk head to a specific place on the disk. It is typically measured in milliseconds. Cache size. When reading and writing to a disk, sometimes the user will wish to reread data they have just read. If so, having it in the cache saves reading it again. It is typically measured in kilobytes. To write to an optical disc, a high-intensity laser beam burns indentations in the disc called pits. The pits represent zeros. The unburned flat areas are called lands and represent ones. RAID is a collection of physical disk drives that can be viewed as a single logical unit by an operating system. RAID works on the basis that several small capacity disk drives are more efficient than a few large capacity disk drives. This is because by distributing the data among several smaller disks, the system can simultaneously access the requested data from the multiple drives, resulting in improved input-output performance. A RAID configuration could have 5 disk drives connected to a specialized controller. The controller houses the software that coordinates the transfer of data from the disk in the array to a large capacity disk connected to the input-output subsystem. This configuration is viewed by the operating system as a single large capacity disk so that no software changes are needed.